with me. Or you're out of this caster call quicker than you can say hello.
But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one to see how bot lane unfolds. There's definitely kill potential from both sides, but I think the edge probably does sit with Arin's.
Yeah.
Because of the range advantage.
Yeah. And then that's not even considering that Arin's has been performing.
Well, it's not even considering that Arin's is Arin's.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is basically how you have to put that one. I'm interested to see the Diana jungle.
Me too. I've not seen... Actually, no. I have seen a shit ton of AP junglers because Riot fucked the meta up again, but... I've not seen Diana for a while.
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of clips circulating on Reddit at the moment. And like on Twitter and online and just in general. You apparently can solo Baron at level 20 with Diana jungle now.
Oh, fuck.
Not level 20, minute 20.
Really?
Apparently. I've heard rumors. I've not seen it, but I've heard rumors.
They've just fucked the game up, right? Haven't they?
I mean, stuff like this happens with it. Did you not see the presumed change to Darius coming into this patch? I'm assuming not.
I think you overestimate how much I use social media platforms.
So they changed a bunch of champions this patch to make them more jungle viable, right? I think it was like Diana, Morgana, Zed, Darius, just as 4 of them as examples, right?
Okay.
Like Morgana jungle is actually really good now, by the way. Okay. Worth trying. But with Darius, what they were tempted to do was make his passive bleed do 500% damage to monsters.
Okay.
And this would enable him to solo dragon at level 1.
Yeah. Okay. Because that makes sense.
On release, they've only changed it to 300% rather than 500. Oh, so it's a lot more balanced.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it's one of those. I like that they're trying to make jungle a bit more diverse. I really do. I mean, as much as I complain about half the champions in this game being an AD carry main.
Okay, when you say the jungle should be diverse, but then I hear you say that they buff Zed jungle. It's like, who does...
Zed jungle used to be a thing back in the day.
Yeah,
Zed jungle
but there's
good.
A reason why they nuked it the fuck out of the meta. Because it was obnoxious. To the, like, 10th degree.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but then there are people who are playing mid lane Zed at the moment, taking Arcane Comet, so...
Yeah, I'm not going to say what I wanted to say, because
Zed
that's
jungle
TOS.
or Arcane Comet Zed? What's more obnoxious?
My comments are not fit for the kind of stream we're holding.
Okay, that gives me my answer, then. Anyway, should we actually talk about the game that we're watching?
Yeah, I mean, there is a push, and then we can see here, invade, ooh.
And we are going to see Weebly coming in with the crash down. Watercon going to secure the blue buff, and Ezzy dashing forward onto Arin's. Are we going to find anything? Feathers are starting to fly over the wall, and the stun's going to come down from the attract and repel on Weebly. Beckler trying to free fire, but going to get knocked up in the bubble. Weebly's way too deep on his own here. Going to get stunned up and rooted down by the Seraphine. First blood for the Dark One in the mid lane. The invade successful, buff secured, and Winx Club carrying out a bit of a heist of their own.
Okay. I have one small gripe. Very good play, very nice spotting, pushing, then innovating early. Very good. The one small issue I have is, come on. You have that guy, you have Rel on 1 HP, CC'd. Please give it to the Varus who's going to try to carry this game.
Yeah, I mean, I always say this when I'm in a team. If you want to save a kill for someone, then it has to be the freest kill.
Yep.
In existence. If you're in an early game brawl or skirmish like that, trying to give a kill over to one person's a really bad idea, because if it starts going wrong and Triumph procs start flowing, we do see 3 precision trees as the primary trees from Invul, so there is a very high chance of there being some Triumph. Beckler just going to go down to Piercing Arrow. Kip carry with a good trade. The Ignite goes down as well. Weebly might get dove here by Watercon. Has used that crash down, so does not have the shield available, and the wave's going to get shoved in. Weebly left all on his own.
I hope they don't dive him here.
I think they will. He's poked down to about 60%. He is going to remount, so he's not going to have that CC available to him, but will likely have the Ferromancy crash down shield up and ready.
Okay, with the Diana coming here, you really shouldn't go for this.
Yeah, they're walking in. Oh, Diana, no, yeah, true. Watercon
This
looking to
is...
go in. The crashdown comes onto Arins, and Arins is going to get stunned up. Beckler doing all of the damage he can
Yep.
using those feathers, but it's going to be a kill picked up by Weebly, the Rel answering back, and it's not the ideal recipient of that gold.
Yep. Nah, that
But,
was a very, very overambitious dive.
but like we said, I'd rather see the kill just secured rather than try to be given over to someone.
Sure, yep, sure.
Although, I have to admit, that is probably a kill that could have been given over. I didn't see what got it. Might have been an aftershock or something, but that's probably a kill you could really justify giving over. Although there is an army there and the healing and the movement speed, so yeah, that's fine. It's whatever. Invul on the board, only 600 gold down. Bit of a CS deficit starting to emerge in that bot lane, but Beckler's going to close it up following the kill.
Yep.
Yuri Undertones with a pretty impressive start in the top lane, actually.
Yeah, other than that, we need to keep in mind as well, Seraphine got the first blood. She is holding on should be on a 400 gold lead. I mean, I think she should be able to extend that early game lead that you said she might have in lane. And other than that, the Varus has a kill and an assist, so that's nice. Also is around 10 CS ahead, so that once he's backed and bought another item, he should be doing pretty well there. I'm gonna wonder if we're gonna see any action from the junglers, considering they're... I think they're looking to...
I mean, we've already seen a little bit of action from both of the junglers. We are going to see Ezzy looking for a potential invade towards the top side, but not really going to find anything.
Yep.
SS Friendship and the Dark One might meet each other in the river here, and it looks like we're going to see a fight bot lane as SS Friendship dives on to the Seraphine. Encore is going to get stolen away, so if a fight does break out, there are two of those gigantic ultimates ready to be fired. SS Friendship fires off his version of the Encore. Going to go wide. TP's going to come in. Crash down catches onto Arins. He is getting blown up. Cut down by the Blade Caller. And SS Friendship going to find one on the roam. TP's burnt by both top laners, but it is Invul who come out of the play with the advantage. Likely going to be Dragon here for them, as well as maybe some tower plates. But I don't expect there to be too much more. Not going to be surprised to see no contest coming out from the Winx Club as well.
Yep. Very interesting as well. Well, interesting. Very well played by Invul, because they essentially just saw the Arins was out of position with no summoners.
Yeah, I mean, Watercon going to go over, though. Can he find the smite? Not going to find it. The Blade Caller from Beckler going to pick it up. Watercon going to give his life. The deadly plumage of Beckler going to come out and find the damage, but it is SS Friendship who picks up the kill. 2-0 on the Silas. Weebly running forward now, but he's just going to get cut down by the Tormented Soil. Arins finding one. Yuri Undertones calling the Thunder onto the river to start off this brawl, and we're not really going to see a 3v3 here. Neither team particularly wants to take it.
What did I just witness? Weebly.
we're gonna call it overzealous, and we're gonna leave it at that.
Sure, yes.
We're gonna call it overzealous, and we're gonna leave it at that. I think.
Yes. Let's stay positive. This is
exactly.
Stream.
We'll call it overzealous, and we're not going to go any further.
The Diana's doing a lot better than I thought. I mean, that part that you said that they buffed the clearing speed is
I told you, man.
Obvious.
Diana jungle. It's terrifying. I'm not looking forward to playing against Hivemind with all of these new jungle champions, because Outlaw is a bit of a psychopath. And yeah,
that's also putting it pretty nicely. Oh, Diana's coming up.
We are going to see another gank here from Ezzy. I'll put my water away. I'm not getting a drink yet. We don't get any rest tonight. Kip Carry going to get jumped on, called back in with the ultimate. Cut down, Feathers, Blade Caller, not going to find the stun. Ezzy with the final dash, going to find it, dropping low, not quite taking enough tower shots to fall down, and the Piercing Arrow not going to come through to proc the Blight to remove Diana from the Rift.
Yep.
God, does this mean I need to learn Diana abilities again?
Oh god. I mean, at least you're putting I mean, you know almost every ability of every champion, which is super impressive considering I know like...
I wouldn't quite say that's true, but...
Oh.
I definitely know a few of them. Beckler, though. Featherstorm going to come out. Blade Caller coming back through to cut the feathers back. Arins is going to find the solo kill, though, with the Chain of Corruption. Piercing Arrow, piercing the heart of the Xayah. Going to take her straight down and send her back to the fountain.
Yeah. Arins is mad. He is trying to carry. Because I was gonna say just before that, I was gonna say that because of the death of Nami, that might get some pressure for Bekla and regain a bit of an even CS situation bot side. But with that kill now, it is ballooning out of control there.
I like what Beckler tried to do there, though.
Yeah,
Using the Feather Storm aggressively, trying to pull back the feathers. He just doesn't have enough damage right now.
It almost worked, right?
Oh yeah, no, it almost worked. If he dodges that Chain of Corruption, maybe he wins that 1v1 because with the Blight stacks, the piercing arrow damage goes way up. But no, I think he's not playing scared. And into Arins, I think that's what you kind of have to do.
Yeah.
Right.
You just have to match him.
Well, my kind of opinion, and this might be just me. I don't know how everyone else thinks. But I always think that if you're playing against someone who you know is like on paper better than you, like Arins, there's no point sitting back and just passively losing the game. You might as well try and make something happen, catch him by surprise, and lose that way. As we see the Glacial Prison coming down onto Bekla. Tidal Wave going to be flashed away from, and the Magnet Storm from Weebly trying to pull them in. Glacial Prison from SS Friendship now onto Watercon, and they're trying to turn this play around here in the bot lane. Deadly Plumage from Bekla going to empower that damage, but he's not going to be able to get anything off. The Stormcaller in the top lane. Volibear trying to get something done in the 1v1, but Ezzy and SS Friendship both going to get charmed up now by the Encore. Kip Carry from the chains of the Silas Moonfall going to come down in the middle of the fight as well. Ezzy is huge, stunned up by the Sejuani. It's 1-0 so far. Arin's the only casualty. SS Friendship charging forward, cannot quite abduct any more members of Winx Club to take them down, and it's a 1-0 after all of that.
Yeah, considering everything that just happened, that the fact that only one person died is insane. But we kind of already started to see the issue that we both pointed out during draft is that Rins is very immobile, and if the Diana gets on you, or if SS Friendship gets on you, it's very rough for you to do kite and still put out DPS, because if you the moment you stop the DPS is the moment you're immediately gonna lose the fight, just because the damage is just gonna. Oh, never mind.
Ooh, and his Chain of Corruption is going to catch onto Bekla. Really nicely timed Featherstorm, though, getting himself away from the piercing arrow. But Arin's going to chase him down. Blade Caller route not going to come in early enough.
What was that damage?
He's not going to be able to find that one. That was Varus.
Okay.
No, so basically, like, you see whenever he auto-attacks something, it gets like a dot that circles it.
Yep.
If he stacks 3 of those dots and hits them with a spell, big damage.
Okay.
If he presses W, then presses Q, and then hits his Q on someone with 3 dots, they basically die from like 60%.
That makes sense on an
ADC. Varus is pretty good at on squishy champions anyway. Varus is a pretty good poking ADC.
I was just gonna look. Holy shit, that's a 1.4 thousand gold lead for Arins.
Yeah, he's kind of huge, honestly.
Rough. The other main lead is on Diana, right? Yeah. Diana's pretty decently ahead, which I think is the saving grace for Invul, because, I mean, she's the one who's going to be looking to kill Arins in the backline in these team fights, and
I mean, all of the members of Invul other than Bekla are going to be looking to be the ones killing Arins in these team fights. Let's be honest.
Fair point. Oh boy. Diana is also on the Herald while this is happening, so I wonder if they're going to use that. Oh,
Weebly going to Blast Cone over here into Watercon and Kip Carry. The Crashdown going to come through with the Encore catching 3. It's beautiful from SS Friendship, but the Tidal Wave is huge too. Going to stall up the engage, and the Teleport going to come in from Chris K. Glacial Prison going to connect onto SS Friendship, and they're going to find a second and a third and a fourth. Yuri Undertones not wanting to take that Teleport particularly. 4-0, bot side river. Winx Club taking control. 2,500 gold now, the difference.
Jesus, man, they got such a good engage as well, and they didn't win that fight as well. That's rough. Because it looked really good at the start, right? You saw that, like, Essence Friendship used that Seraphine ult that he stole incredibly. It hit 3 people.
Yeah, it was a really, really nice starting point for Invul, but it just got turned around.
Yeah. And now we kind of see... Okay, what do we see here? It's essentially
Turret going to be taken down by Arin's first one of the game. A lot of gold going to be stacked up on that Varus now. 6, 3, and 3. Diana going to join the party in the bot lane, though. Kip Carry getting stunned up by the Attract and Repel. Going to flash away. Teleport coming in from the Dark One as well. Arin's going to flash away from the Moonfall. Ezzy not quite able to follow in time to get that Diana ultimate off. And Dark One going to find one with the beat drop.
Yep. That was, I think it was a bit of a misplay as well by Ezzy, because he used that, like, I think it's a W, right? That, like, grabs you and puts you, like, closer to Diana. And he used
no. Yeah, so they swap the abilities around. So Moonfall Diana's ultimate is the one that is the area that pulls people in now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Luna Rush, which is her old ultimate, is the dash.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he essentially used that after Arin's flashed, and then flashed after using it, which was a bit of a misplay, because if he flashed and then used it, then Arin's was going to get caught by it. But
I think if he flashes half a second earlier, it actually goes through. I'm not 100% sure on how that interaction works.
Okay.
But I think if he flashes slightly earlier, he's actually definitely... not definitely. I'm not going to say that, because that would make it seem like I know coding, or I know how this game's coded. And I don't think anyone understands the spaghetti-coded mess that is League of Legends. Luna Rush coming through, though, into the Aqua Prison. Kip Carry going to deny that and take away half of Ezzy's health between the two enchanters.
This is a rough game. Okay, so if you have to give an argument for Invul still winning this game, because I'm struggling to see
the amount of dive. Arin's, you cannot forget that Arin's is playing Varus. When his Gale Force Flash Heal are not available, he has zero escapes. He has a Chain of Corruption, but that's only a root. And that doesn't last for very long. When you have a Volibear, a Diana, a Silas, and a Rel all diving on top of you, good luck peeling that one with just a Gale Force in your ultimate, buddy. I know I would not like to be in that spot.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much to say. Rins failed his ult, but didn't matter. They still were able to use the Seraphine ult, and then essentially just kill Weebly there. It was almost going to be a 2-for-0, but ended up to be 1-for-0. Yep, Herald used
his friendship trading onto Arin's, but taking a lot of damage in return. Hail of Arrows. Going to find the pop with the Blight. And Arin's, he's mad. He's angry.
And you were 100% right.
Because you said to go 0-2 today.
Yeah, you're 100% right as well, because you said that Rins needs to get ahead early, and that's exactly what he did, and he's continuing to increase that.
Oh, but Ezzy's going to go in. He's going to catch one with the Crescent Strike. Moonfall's going to catch onto two, though, and Arin's is one of them. The Varus is down. This is a fight that Invul can win. Beckler healing, dashing forward, trying to find onto Watercon, but not going to be able to get anything. Weebly charging down the Nami, and he's not going to get onto anything.
Yeah, and you can see that potential when they over chase. You can see that combination of spells that Invul still has and still threatens.
You have to take into account as well. That's a big shutdown picked up for Ezzy's Diana. 800 gold that kill was worth.
Yep.
Sure, it's still a 5,000 gold lead, right? Sure, Invul, you're pretty far in a hole right now.
Yeah, but there's a big asterisk. Like that Diana is. Let's just look at the
it's an interesting build actually coming out from the Diana as well, seeing the Frostfire Gauntlet. I've only just noticed. Not 100% sure how I feel about that one.
What's the normal build?
I don't know. I don't play that one.
Okay. We're doing one of those.
Gonna be honest, I haven't got a clue.
Oh.
But Frostfire Gauntlet just feels a bit weird, as Ezzy is going to get caught up by the bubble and the tidal. Arin's going to Gale Force forward. He's going to get caught by the Encore. Catch onto 3 with Weebly's re-engage now of the Crashdown. Chunking coming through from Beckler. And the Encore going to catch onto 3 yet again. Double kill for Arin's, triple kill for Arin's, and a fourth going over to Watercon. And Winx Club are just saying, anything you can do, we can do better. Our Encore is going to hit more people than you.
Yeah, because Invul isn't playing bad. Like, that engage was very good. It's just...
Well, that's one of those engages where if the gold is even at the point of the engage, Invul
they win
100% of the time.
And you also need to keep in mind, right? Like, that almost was an Invul, one fight.
That was close. That was very close. If Invul,
and they didn't have Diana.
Yeah, you don't even have to be even gold for that fight to be a win. You
Yep.
have to be probably 2, maybe even 1,500 gold closer.
Yeah.
Just little pieces of items closer, and you win that fight as Invul. And then that's a massive gold swing because then you get the dragon, then you get 3 or 4 kills, and everything just starts to fall into place.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, never mind. For a second, I thought Seraphine was red team, so I was like, oh
And
boy.
then meanwhile in the island of top lane, Yuri Undertones and Chris K just farming it out, chilling
Yeah.
a little bit, getting to know each other, you know.
Yeah,
Oh, Watercomp finds SS Friendship with the Glacial Prison. The Chain of Corruption not going to come out from SS Friendship. Not going to get a chance to use that one. He's stunned up, knocked up, and knocked down
yeah.
to the fountain. Dark One might be in trouble though.
Oh.
Beckler and Ezzy going to catch him out a little bit. Blast Cone is available and he is going to knock himself over the
Yeah,
wall
he's dead.
with the Diana. Weebly going to jump over just to confirm things. And that's another shutdown for the Diana.
Yeah.
Another 750 gold into Ezzy's back pockets.
But there's already an answer going on in mid lane.
Yeah, it's going to be mid inhibitor, but at this point, Invul, you take what you can get. If that's gold on
Yeah.
your Diana, it's gold on your Diana. It doesn't matter.
Dana's looking for it, but she got spotted here.
We are seeing a flank coming through from Ezzy. Chain of Corruption going to catch him up though, and it's 1 versus 4. He's just going to get destroyed.
Yeah, he didn't. I don't know if he noticed that he went on a ward because they immediately pinged him when he was walking down here. So they immediately knew it. That's why the ult went out, and they were 100%
Yeah,
prepared for that.
I mean, it was a nice turn from Winx Club. They didn't get distracted by the kills dangling in front of them.
Yep.
From Invul walking up to the inhibitor to try and defend.
Oh my god, that's a 3-item Varus.
What did I say? When if Arins gets ahead, it's over. If Arins gets ahead, it's game over.
But that's a 3-item Varus versus a 1-item Zaya.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I mean, they've got children. Like, this is a rough one. But I mean, it's kind of expected, right? Winx Club is one of the best teams in the league, and they also went into this game with a point to prove because they lost the previous game and.
But it's like you said, they lost the previous game, but they didn't actually play badly.
Yep. They just
it was more a case of Ruin Kings saying, "Oh, we know how you want to play, and we've prepared to counter it."
Yep.
So yeah, I can completely understand why we're getting this showing from Winx because it's something we know they're capable of. They're a very, very good team. And the Tidal Wave Glacial Prison combo with the Encore going to get flashed away from, but the Encore going to connect onto Yuri Undertones instead. The Volibear getting taken down very low, as is the Silas. Track Propel going to find a stun and shut down on Arins. This could be the fight that Invul need. 1 for 1 so far as SS Friendship does fall. And now Ezzy flashing in with the Moon Call onto Kip Carry, trying to find the Nami, but it's the Seraphine doing the damage. The Magnet Storm's going to be called now. Kip Carry not going to be taken down, and Dark One is outputting so much damage. We asked where the damage was going to come from, and apparently the Moonstone Seraphine has enough.
But how legal? Like, how is that legal? How can you...
I mean, you have to question the target focus. Yuri Undertone's teleporting in, going to get instantly knocked up and likely just taken down under his turret. You have to question the target focus coming through from Invul here. Why are you going onto the Nami when there is a Seraphine with Moonstone and Staff of Flowing Water? You take her down, the Nami and the Sejuani cannot do anything.
Yep, and she's so squishy. She's like 1.5, 1.7k HP?
Probably close to 1.7, 1.8.
Yeah.
Which isn't awful for this stage of the game for a supportive mid laner. Arin's now...
No, but she's so squishy. Like, if you're the
Actually,
Diana...
that's nearly 2k. That's nearly 2k on Dark One. That's nearly 2k.
Oh boy, that Baron, that is just gonna...
Oh, it's gonna melt. Yeah, it's 3.5 item Varus. That's gonna melt, yeah. Who has 2 enchanters buffing him up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you expect Invul to do at this point. They're 10,000 gold down. They might try and sneak a dragon here on the reset, but it is only 20 seconds till the spawn. It's Baron recalls for Winx as well, so I don't even think Invul can sneak this dragon. Ezzy gonna get caught out by the Chain of Corruption. It's just gonna happen. He's gonna dive onto Arins with that Lunar Rush, but the Moonfall gonna get Gale Forced away from.
Yeah, that shows you how...
Arins is playing with confidence.
Yeah.
Arins is a man on a mission. His mission is win this game.
Yep, and he will not take no for an answer. He is pushing that.
Yeah, it's...
There's going to be third Drake as well for Winx Club, making them... I don't think they need to wait even for the soul. Like maybe they wait just because they don't get like the situation to win the game, but I mean they're in the driver's seat now. They can just whoop, that's a flash from the Seraphine. That was a fat finger. That's definitely not what she intended to do. Just randomly flashing in the jungle. But they are looking. They keep grouping up as well. So they're pushing a side lane now with 5 people. They obviously have the pressure from mid lane as well. Obviously, they would want it to be top side, but you'll take what you can get. They probably. Oh!
Chain of Corruption goes wide. We're not going to see any further engage. The Glacial Prison coming down onto Beckler. He's going to get chunked down. The Featherstorm going to come through as the Encore catches 2. Dark One finding the opening kill of the fight. And Chris K likely going to drop here, but not before finding one in response. And it's 4 for 1. 5 for 1. Yeah, Winx Club not letting up here. The pace of this game has been electric from Winx the whole way through. They have been ruthless. They have been dominant. And they are going to close this out and take it to 1-1 for themselves on the day.
Yeah. It's also so insane if you see an ADC forward flashing to try and engage and start a fight.